First contact fallout. From the Command Center of Orbital Defense Platform Alpha, General Maya Voss watched the holographic display with narrowed eyes. The approaching objects had appeared at the edge of Jupiter's orbit less than 12 hours ago, moving in formation toward Earth at speeds that defied conventional physics. Status report, she demanded, her voice steady despite the tension coiling in her stomach. Lieutenant Kiran Chen's fingers flew across his console. 76 vessels, General. Largest is approximately 3 kilometers in length. No response to hailing signals on any frequency. And the Sentinel Array's analysis. Dr. Eleanor Wright stepped forward, her normally calm demeanor replaced by barely contained excitement. The quantum signature is unlike anything in our database. This is definitive proof of extraterrestrial technology, General. Maya nodded, having already accepted this reality hours ago, when the objects had executed a perfect deceleration maneuver near Mars. What about intentions? Energy signatures suggest weapons charging, Chen reported. Offensive posture, combat formation. They're deploying smaller craft now. On the massive view screen, the alien armada spread out in a classic envelopment pattern. Earth's defense grid, a network of satellites, platforms, and automated response systems built over decades of paranoid preparation for this very moment, began to pulse with activity. Across the planet, military alerts escalated to maximum readiness. Maya opened a secure channel to the Global Defense Council. Madam President, first contact protocol has failed. We are facing hostile intent. Request authorization to activate Aegis Protocol. President Adayemi's face appeared on screen, flanked by her security advisors. You're certain they're hostile? They've deployed what appear to be attack formations and are jamming our attempts at communication. Their approach vector targets our major defense installations first. A brief pause. Authorization granted, General. God help us all. Maya turned to her staff. Initiate Aegis Protocol. All platforms to defensive posture. Evacuate civilian centers near potential targets. As the command center erupted into controlled chaos, Dr. Wright approached Maya's station. General, we've intercepted data transmissions between their vessels. The encryption is complex, but our quantum systems have managed a partial translation. What are they saying? It's strange. They refer to Earth as the dormant world, and to humans as pre-sentient fauna. They don't seem to realize we're an advanced civilization. Maya's brow furrowed. They think they're attacking an uninhabited planet, or one with only primitive life forms. Their communications suggest this is a resource acquisition mission. In the space above Earth, the alien fleet continued its approach. The first wave of smaller craft entered the upper atmosphere, their hulls glowing red-hot as they descended toward strategic locations around the globe. They're targeting our power grids, communication hubs, and water treatment facilities, Chen reported. Classic infrastructure attack to disable resistance. Maya allowed herself a grim smile. Deploy countermeasures. Let's show them how pre-sentient we really are. Across Earth's orbit, stealth platforms that had remained passive suddenly activated. Kinetic projectile systems that had been disguised as communication satellites oriented toward the invading forces. The Sentinel Array, humanity's crowning achievement in planetary defense, came fully online, its quantum targeting systems locking onto each approaching vessel. The aliens never saw it coming. The first wave of alien craft encountered a barrage of hypersonic projectiles that shredded their hulls. Those that managed to evade found themselves targeted by ground-based laser arrays that cut through their shields with surgical precision. In orbit, the larger alien vessels reeled in confusion as Earth's defense platforms emerged from stealth mode. Decades of preparing for the worst-case scenario, of nations setting aside differences to build a unified defense system, were about to pay off. They're transmitting again, Dr. Wright announced, surprise evident in her voice. I believe they're requesting clarification. They seem confused about our level of technology. On the main view screen, the alien formation had halted its advance. Several smaller vessels were retreating back to the main fleet, while others drifted, disabled by Earth's first counterstrike. "Send them a message," Maya ordered. "All frequencies, all languages in our database. Make it clear that Earth is not undefended, and any further aggression will be met with increasing force." As the message transmitted, Maya studied the alien vessels. Their design was elegant, organic curves blending with geometric precision, suggesting a civilization that valued both function and form. A civilization advanced enough to cross interstellar space, yet somehow unaware that Earth harbored an intelligent species capable of defending itself. "General." Chen's voice cut through her thoughts. "They're responding." The main screen flickered, and an image appeared. The being centered in the frame was vaguely humanoid. 2 arms, 2 legs, 1 head, but covered in iridescent scales that shifted color as it moved. Its eyes were large, multifaceted orbs that reflected the light in prismatic patterns. "We addressed the defensive systems of the world designated SR-7182. The alien spoke, its words translated through the computer. "We seek clarification. Our intelligence indicated this planet harbored only pre-industrial life forms." Maya stepped forward. "I am General Maya Voss of the Earth Defense Force. Your intelligence was severely flawed. Earth is home to an advanced civilization prepared to defend itself. Your unprovoked attack constitutes an act of war." The alien's scales rippled in what might have been surprise. "Impossible. Our last survey of this sector indicated primitive development only. No spacefaring capabilities, no quantum technology." "When was this survey conducted?" Dr. Wright asked. A pause. "Approximately 300 local solar orbits ago." Wright turned to Maya. "They're working from 300-year-old data. They had no idea how quickly we've advanced." The alien continued, its tone shifting to something more formal. "I am Fleet Commander Zaxos of the Meridian Collective. We—" It hesitated, scales shifting to a deeper hue. "We offer cessation of hostilities while we address this significant intelligence failure." Maya's eyes narrowed. "Commander Zaxos, you attacked without provocation or declaration. 6 of our defense platforms have been destroyed, with casualties among their crews. We require more than a cessation of hostilities. Your defensive capabilities were unanticipated," Zaxos admitted. "We must confer with the Collective Council regarding this development." "You have 6 hours to withdraw beyond the orbit of Mars," Maya stated flatly. "Any vessel remaining within that boundary will be considered hostile. Any further aggressive action will trigger our full defensive response." The alien commander's scales pulsed rapidly. 6 hours is insufficient for." 6 hours, Maya repeated. "We have shown only a fraction of our capabilities, Commander. Do not test our resolve further." The communication ended abruptly. On the tactical display, the alien fleet had begun a slow withdrawal, moving into a holding pattern just beyond lunar orbit. President Adayami's voice came through Maya's private channel. "Well handled, General. Do you believe they'll comply?" "They're reassessing, Madam President. They expected an easy conquest and found themselves outmatched, but I don't think they're done with us yet." "What's your assessment of their technology?" Maya glanced at Dr. Wright, who answered, "Advanced, but not incomprehensibly so. Their faster-than-light travel is beyond our capabilities, but their weapons and defense systems appear to be within the same general technological framework as ours. We're not dealing with gods, just visitors who severely underestimated us. Keep all systems at maximum readiness," the President ordered. "If they're retreating to regroup, we need to be prepared for what comes next." As the alien fleet withdrew, Maya turned to her senior staff. "I want all data from this encounter analyzed immediately. Weapons capabilities, shield technology, communication methods, everything. If they come back, I want to know exactly what we're facing." In the silent vacuum of space, the Meridian fleet regrouped beyond the red planet's orbit. Within the command vessel, Fleet Commander Zaxos faced the incredulous stares of his sub-commanders. "How is this possible?" demanded Strategic Officer Vela, her scales flushed with anger. Our intelligence indicated primitive development only. Clearly, Zaxos replied, we have made a catastrophic error. This species has advanced far beyond our projections. Resource Director Maru's voice was bitter. 300 cycles of planning wasted. The Council will demand explanations. The Council will receive them, Zaxos said firmly. But our immediate concern is survival. This Earth possesses defensive capabilities that nearly match our own, and we have yet to see their full arsenal. We should withdraw completely, suggested Vela. Return with a larger force. No, Zaxos cut her off. We cannot return to the collective as failures. Our colony worlds are dying. Without the resources of this planet, millions will perish. These humans will not simply surrender their world to us, Maru pointed out. Zaxos stared at the blue-green planet displayed on the view screen. Perhaps not. But every species has weaknesses. We have 6 hours to find Earth's. As the clock ticked down toward the deadline, both sides prepared for what might come next. The humans bolstering their defenses, the aliens analyzing their options. The first contact between Earth and the Meridian Collective had been disastrous. But it was only the beginning. The real battle for Earth's future was just getting started. The reckoning. The 6-hour deadline passed with the alien fleet maintaining position just beyond Mars' orbit. In the Earth Defense Force Command Center, General Maya Voss studied the tactical display with growing concern. They're not retreating further, but they're not attacking either, she observed. What are they waiting for? Dr. Eleanor Wright looked up from her analysis station. General, I've completed my review of the data we gathered during the initial engagement. There's something odd about their ship configurations. Explain. Their vessels appear to be dual-purpose, not purely military. Several contain what look like massive storage compartments and resource processing facilities. It's as if they came to strip mine our planet, Maya finished grimly. Lieutenant Chen approached with a data tablet. General, we're receiving a transmission from the alien fleet. Commander Zaxos is requesting to speak with Earth's leadership. President Adeyemi joined the communication from her secure location. When Zaxos appeared on screen, his scales had shifted to a muted gray, a change that Dr. Wright whispered might indicate formal diplomatic intent. I address the leaders of Earth, Zaxos began, his multifaceted eyes reflecting starlight. The Meridian Collective wishes to correct our grievous error and establish peaceful discourse. You opened our relationship with an unprovoked attack. President Adeyemi replied coolly. That's hardly a foundation for peace. A mistake born of catastrophically outdated intelligence, Zaxos acknowledged. We believe this world uninhabited by sentient life. We request the opportunity to explain our circumstances. After a brief private consultation, President Adeyemi agreed to hear the alien commander out. What followed was a revelation that shifted the entire paradigm of the encounter. The Meridian Collective spans 12 star systems, Zaxos explained, but our civilization faces extinction. Our home system's star has become unstable, forcing evacuation of our central worlds. Our colony planets lack critical resources needed for survival. And you thought Earth would be an easy target, Maya interjected. We thought Earth uninhabited by technological beings, Zaxos corrected. Our survey 300 cycles ago showed only primitive development. Your species' advancement has been unprecedented in our experience. Dr. Wright couldn't contain her curiosity. Your species has never encountered rapid technological development before. The collective races evolved slowly, taking millennia to develop spaceflight. Most species follow similar patterns. Your acceleration from primitive to advanced technology in mere centuries is anomalous. President Adeyemi's expression remained neutral. While we sympathize with your situation, Commander Zaxos, it doesn't justify attempted conquest of our world. We understand, Zaxos replied, his scales shifting to deeper tones. We will withdraw and seek resources elsewhere, though it means certain hardship for our people. The transmission ended, and the command center fell silent. "Do you believe them?" the president asked. Maya exchanged glances with Dr. Wright before answering. "Their ships do match the profile of a resource-gathering fleet, but their desperation makes them dangerous," Wright finished. "If they truly face extinction, they may have little to lose." Maya nodded grimly. "Keep all defense systems at maximum readiness. This isn't over." Her instinct proved correct. 3 hours later, as the alien fleet appeared to be preparing for departure, sensors detected a surge of quantum activity. Multiple small objects launching from the alien vessels, Chen reported urgently. Thousands of them, approaching Earth at high velocity. "Intercept pattern," Maya ordered, but Dr. Wright interrupted. "General, they're too small for our defense grid to target effectively. And they're changing course independently. These aren't missiles, they're some kind of autonomous devices." The objects, each roughly the size of a soccer ball, spread out across Earth's upper atmosphere. Before defense systems could respond, they began emitting a pulsing energy field that interfered with electronics below. "Power fluctuations in major cities," Chen reported. "Communication networks failing. Defense grid integrity compromised in affected sectors." Maya's jaw tightened. A second wave. "They're shutting down our technology to clear the way for another attack." Sure enough, the main alien fleet was accelerating toward Earth once more, this time with a clear advantage as human defense systems struggled against the electronic disruption. "Can we counter these devices?" Maya demanded. Dr. Wright was already working with her team. "They're using a targeted quantum field to disrupt our systems. Conventional countermeasures are ineffective." "What about unconventional ones?" Maya asked. Wright looked up. "An idea forming. The Faraday Protocol. It's experimental, but do it." Beneath the surface of strategic locations around the globe, massive electromagnetic pulse generators, designed as a last resort option against technological threats, powered up. Unlike conventional EMPs, these were precisely modulated to target specific frequency ranges. "Faraday Protocol initiating," Wright announced. "Selective electromagnetic pulse deploying." Now, a wave of focused electromagnetic energy radiated outward from Earth, leaving human technology largely unaffected but striking the alien disruption devices with devastating precision. Thousands of the small spheres went dark, their delicate quantum components overloaded by the targeted pulse. In orbit, the advancing alien fleet faltered as their carefully coordinated attack plan unraveled. Earth's defense grid came back online sector by sector, reacquiring targets and preparing to defend once more. But Maya saw an opportunity beyond mere defense. "Launch the Valkyrie squadrons," she ordered. From concealed bases around the world, a previously untapped resource of Earth's military might emerge. Swarms of advanced combat drones, each piloted by a human operator working in tandem with artificial intelligence. These Valkyries, sleek, agile, and armed with prototype quantum weapons, had been held in reserve until now. The alien fleet, committed to their attack vector, suddenly found themselves facing not just Earth's fixed defenses, but hundreds of highly maneuverable attack craft that seemed to anticipate their every move. "They're attempting to regroup," Chen reported. "Target their command ship," Maya ordered. "Selective strikes only. We want to disable, not destroy." The Valkyries converged on Zaxos' vessel, penetrating its defensive perimeter with coordinated precision. Targeted weapons fire disabled its propulsion and weapons systems, leaving it vulnerable. "Open a channel," Maya commanded. When Zaxos appeared on screen again, his scales had darkened to an almost black hue. "Your deception has failed, Commander," Maya stated flatly. "Your command vessel is disabled, and your fleet is surrounded. Surrender now." The alien's multifaceted eyes seemed to dim. "We have no choice but to fight until the end. Our people will die needlessly if you continue this attack," Maya interrupted. "But there may be another way." Zaxos paused. "Explain." Earth is not poor in resources, Commander. What we lack is the ability to extract them beyond our planet. Perhaps there is room for cooperation rather than conquest. President Adeyemi, who had been listening silently, leaned forward. Are you proposing an alliance, General Voss? I'm proposing a beginning, Maya replied. The Meridian Collective needs resources. Earth needs advanced technology, particularly in faster-than-light travel. Perhaps we can help each other. Zaxos' scales shifted through several colors before settling on a cautious blue. The Collective Council would need assurances. As would Earth's governments, President Adeyemi agreed. But if your situation is as dire as you claim, Commander, isn't cooperation preferable to mutual destruction? The negotiations that followed were tense, complex, and historic. Representatives from Earth's nations met with delegates from the Meridian Collective aboard a neutral vessel in lunar orbit. The initial agreement was modest. The aliens would receive permission to mine asteroids and uninhabited planets within the solar system in exchange for sharing specific technologies with humanity. Trust would build slowly, with each side maintaining vigilant defense postures even as they worked together. The Meridian Collective, for their part, were both chagrined by their intelligence failure and impressed by humanity's rapid advancement and adaptive response. 6 months after the failed invasion, General Maya Voss stood on the observation deck of the newly commissioned Earth Meridian Joint Research Station orbiting Venus. Beside her, Fleet Commander Zaxos, now serving as the Collective's diplomatic liaison to Earth, watched as human and alien scientists worked together to develop more efficient resource extraction methods for the harsh Venusian environment. Your species continues to surprise us, Zaxos commented, his scales shimmering with what Maya had learned to recognize as admiration. In half a cycle, your scientists have already improved upon technologies it took us generations to develop. Necessity and competition, Maya replied. Earth's history is filled with conflicts that drove innovation. We've learned to adapt quickly or perish. A harsh evolutionary path, but an effective one, it seems. Maya turned to face the alien commander. The mining operation on Ceres is exceeding efficiency projections. Your colony worlds will receive their first shipments of critical materials within the month. Zaxos' scales rippled with relief. Lives will be saved because of this cooperation. The Council has officially rescinded Earth's designation as a resource target and registered your system as a sovereign allied power. Progress, Maya acknowledged with a small smile. As they gazed out at the stars, both leaders reflected on how close their species had come to destructive conflict. The Meridian Collective had arrived ready to harvest an uninhabited world, only to discover a civilization that had advanced far beyond their expectations. A civilization capable not only of defending itself, but of turning potential annihilation into partnership. In the command centers of both human and Meridian vessels throughout the solar system, tactical displays now showed friendly identifiers rather than target designations. The aliens who had launched a surprise attack on what they thought was a primitive world had instead found humanity, resilient, resourceful, and ready. Earth, it turned out, had been preparing for this moment all along. The aliens just hadn't gotten the memo.